Slam. For the everlasting. Annihilation mode.
Ah, they just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
The rear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Guitar's house to escape! This goes on much longer.
Ultimatum protocol.
Beware the creatures of the night. Be silent.
Look, the rainbow!
For the everlasting forest. Preparing for dust up. Defensive mode engaged.
Flash attack!
The night.
With one heart, we pray. Annihilation mode. Insulation chamber.
Ding dong, water bomb! Go claw!
By the frost moon of old.
Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes.
Ultimatum protocol.
Look, the rainbow!
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grandmaster?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be.
Oh, is that...
That's the one. Come on, move!
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the North, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's as an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Working with them has offered us the most effective... Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Bor...
We've heard all about... You look way younger than Paimon expected.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean...
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but my squad took heavy injuries and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't... I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by—
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm
Note to self. Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So,
It's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity and nod cries that were— that's a lot to take in.
I'm truly You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while Ino was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A Nodcrian Ratnik's Field Journal.
Oh,
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is still. It's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to but once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, but is it even possible that he orchestrated the Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari, Nodcry of all places? The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
so...
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united...
What if there was a way to tap into a new power?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina? 3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. They say that back then, the 3 moon god, I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's...
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon...
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However,
I know a way, but... To experiment? Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't...
Then that's settled. Next up, our second as you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his Wild Hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body, and people's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to...
It's true. If Kutar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start?
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
She heard me. What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details, details. Miss Nefer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarier. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Notcry. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you?
Oh? Then I'd say,
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. If you insist on
you just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among—
boss, just a thought. If they come up, things got really dangerous during the fight with Rarier. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be late. If there's any way we can make this work.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept— You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flynn's. That fragment that Rarier was after.
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow—
Wait, you actually—
Shh. This is Tom—
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, and that brings me to the third and final item. I'm in for this part, no matter—
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. I'm way ahead of you here. And Nefer did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature. And once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Notcry.
I like it.
No biggie.
All right then. Once your team is—
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like—
You really think that's gonna— We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you that you're still out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all—
Let them in.
But—
Are you going to make me repeat that?
no, my lady.
Zandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear,
I promise it's nothing big.
it seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What? Huh? You mean the name?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... what is it you need to speak to her about?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to... Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent and sensitive guests who won't stop.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as off?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it...
Well, duh. Why else? Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him. Well, I guess we are overdue for it. Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. I get why you left. And frankly, but if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we... that might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer. Huh? Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area! I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself? You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. Go on, get out of here. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not—
I know. But thank you.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their... Come on then, Mr. Ray here. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes... Paulownia, get him! I've upgraded Paulownia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this once and for
here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past? It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair.
Whoa! First, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks...
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've never faced Rarir myself. But from what I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should...
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying?
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself and also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of... Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider...
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rarir, is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving. That shady merchant who sold you an
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I... Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Quit grabbing me. I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey!
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening.
Dory Sangama Bay? I never would have...
If you want to make it big in Nodcry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happened... It was back when I first arrived in Nodcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adversary, and wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Buck, plus any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great lords. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to...
Is that so? Then we really are...
You're...
a powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but look, if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over?
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on.
What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to...
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take...
See you later! You're...
Excellent. Everything is well and true. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will... So remember, don't be frightened. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Simple furnishings, table and looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprise. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway.
Hi, Reverie. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard I'll test it out, and if... P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a...
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been...
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. But if he invites me again...
Felindis. That's the same name
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind...
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because that would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings? They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. He really is. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least. Did Rary rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was the burial place of... It was you who helped...
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. The burial place of a...
Reverie, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedelson here?
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every night.
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question?
Who'd have thought?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get...
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you...
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and...
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough of...
Me? Same old, nothing much to... What's up, Ved?
It's nothing.
Vedifilnir, Dainsleif's elder brother. Renowned throughout... And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a... Why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. Perfectly normal. Note, as frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more...
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. Aw, why the long face? Is something...
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vedifilnir showed up today, too.
Ah, Mr. Vedifilnir. Yes, I've heard of him.
He overheard Dainsleif mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he...
So, you're worried? We're nobodies. Why would the vision... I'm sure someone in his position has... You worry too much, Rerir. We've been together for ages.
So, you do remember. Tell me.
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this.
All right. Take your time. Nobodies. Sounds about right. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the dynasty's fate... Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. I'm under no illusions as to... A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Felindis. There's no reason we can't keep living.
See? You just need to stay positive. I can feel your warmth. Just seeing you makes me... That's better. Getting caught up about things like this...
You go ahead. I just have a few...
Even busier than the big...
Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball?
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance part. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's...
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. By giving the impression he clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancé to know about his other life. Who'd have thought we were in the... Let's dig a little deeper.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rayhir of Solnari.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome. Khaenri'ah has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse.
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson... Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens...
You still haven't told her what you really do for...
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the King's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are...
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are... Take care, Rayhir of Solnari.
Thanks, Thorkel. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, could that be why Vedalfnir held back? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens.
Rayhir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir and Dainsleif. The vision... I've investigated this whole area now. Should I try somewhere else?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rayhir.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I...
Oh, sure.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of...
For someone so young?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not
You're...
May we have a word in private?
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen. Not long ago, the Rayhir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this.
Wait, hear me out. This time we find his name is Rayhir. And he...
What did he...
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me?
Simple.
How strange. Rayhir couldn't possibly know what happened if he... Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer.
So that was your doing? Did you just...
Any more questions, and I'll have to...
I had no... I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens.
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only Luckily, we managed to learn...
So far, so good. Especially the group with the Traveler.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know Boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind to lend a hand, but feel...
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. Oh, they might not have seen us yet. Oh, that's... If they spot us, they'll run
Phew. That was a close call. Watch out! It's coming this way! Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle. Oh, they're so into these things. Fire. Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no! There's a fire!
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa. Freedom comes at a heavy price.
It's Arlecchino!
Hello again, Columbina. And greet.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Stupid right here, a stupid... he sure doesn't pull his...
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm... Wait a minute.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
Huh. How considerate of her. Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that Catgirl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty.
Then let's start downstairs.
You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it your...
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people.
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Ino and Anefa.
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end.
I see. But first, Who do we have?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime tea party.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more—
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcross.
Oh, the feeling's mutual.
A Fatui Harbor.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that we have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help. Anyway, what else is on the agenda?
She says she'll be frank, then completely... But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fool.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that...
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that...
The dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of... To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian... Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed. Hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it. And how it became the...
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, in those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, what's the matter?
Verfnir, Freindaughter, Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else? What?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason...
Well, no, the Lindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though.
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure... Oh, yeah. Just like if we could somehow...
It's possible. But that merchant who never knows. Dory?
All right, then. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar. As for the others...
On the way over here, at this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the Curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to... Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flints, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
Then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything,
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here a little...
A tad late. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I to know how long we can stall. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired. Oh, right. Inefa, could you fill in?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source, but according to Flintz's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already... That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength.
Flintz, with everything that's been... I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should... Inefa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything...
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal is...
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were...
It's the obvious choice, isn't it?
We already decided that Inefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsfartnir on her own. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides...
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, we still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina...
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of...
Huh? Are you serious?
Your surprise is understandable. But the more I thought about it, the more When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too... Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, for instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon. It is a fusion of the You all understand the nature of the Abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption...
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push... Anyway, the rest...
Paimon has a question! So, the Crimson Moon that the Carians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon. Does that mean that the Carians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon...
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind... Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon...
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar when I looked at you. I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of...
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer... Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any... I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the
That's right. For now, the iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its...
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Parenheri, also known as Leo. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era, but set in the Crimson Moon era, or so the story.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally... The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them the book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was their way of branding.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space.
There's no fireplace here.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In short, I can open. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight. Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As your crop.
Got it! I sense a sinister gloom inside. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who is... What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft.
Careful! There's some... Hymon's right... By the way, Columbina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
transfixed! Illusion
Rise.
Can't hide the truth. No more lies. It all adds up.
Commendable.
Overruled.
Huh? Huh? For real? No. I'm not. It's coming from under the mountain. Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Looks like a device from the time of Conria. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Thalindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands.
I hope this isn't ruined. Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some.
Thalindis? Is that Rerear's girlfriend? Oh, yeah. The Abyss has made this space. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me waning moon. Oh, lifeless. For me, of all.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Can't hide the truth.
See. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end. With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be Oh, Rerir. With every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the... If only I could get my hand...
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon mirror.
It must be.
Then there's no time to lose! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow.
Shine down! Laid bare.
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
The deception ends here.
Hang in there! We're so close!
Absurd.
Opening box of Adepti-Trix.
There is no escape. The thunder falls.
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still, if we can purify the abyssal power within... And so... Is it you? Huh? At long last. I can see you. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage. You look so puzzled. But trust me when I say... What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. Perhaps. She took me for a fading soul like hers. But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you. Alright. Time to... That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in. Waning moon. Huh? Oh, lifeless damsel. Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing! It wants to trap us here. Who's it? The Abyss? Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. crimson moons! My marrow! My heart! Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise. What are you waiting for?
Wait, was that you, Arlecchino? Wait, your hands!
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My head...
Oh...
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is,
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your... Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina! I'm fine.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned.
It's still not enough. Just one more ray of moonlight. It's okay. I can take...
How about now?
At the very least, I want to see him gone from Not Cry.
Well, it's good. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the frost...
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your... But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. All I'll say is this. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you.
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character.